Good morning, Ian Crouch with your 8:30 Hunter News update. The consultation period with employees at Tomago Aluminium winds up today, with no clear answers on a way forward for the troubled smelter. The company last month announced it faces the possibility of closing down unless it can secure a stable and affordable price for electricity when its current contract with AGL ends in December 2028. Since then, talks have continued with the state and federal governments about ways to save the smelter and the 1,500 people it employs. Brad Pidgeon from the Australian Manufacturing Workers Union has told the ABC, while talks with the employees have been productive, there's still no definitive answer on the smelter's future.
In relation to a definite answer, unfortunately, we don't have one yet, as this is just the final date for the consultation period. But overall, the meetings have been quite productive. The company have been pretty good at facilitating this process, and we're just really, waiting for whatever decision is made.
The Rail, Tram and Bus Union says Newcastle transport operator Keolis Downer is refusing to agree to the simplest of requests during enterprise bargaining, including the placement of first aid kits on buses. Bus drivers employed by the company have been taking part in industrial action this month as part of a campaign for better wages and working conditions. Union Secretary David Babineau says the safety of bus drivers as well as passengers is their number one priority, and a first aid kit is a basic request. The health and safety of hunter farmers is in the spotlight this National Agriculture Day. It comes as data from Safe Work Australia shows the agriculture, forestry and fishing sector is the nation's second most dangerous industry, accounting for almost 23% of work-related fatalities in 2023-24. Institute of Health and Safety CEO Julia Whitford says farmers shouldn't take their health and safety for granted.
Agriculture is amongst the most dangerous industries. Last year, 45 people working in the sector lost their lives, and tragically, many deaths are preventable. That's why this National Agricultural Day, we're urging farmers to put safety first and to ensure everyone makes it home safely.
Hunter school students will this afternoon call for more federal government action on climate change. The march will commence at 2 p.m. at No. 1 Sports Ground and proceed to Civic Park, where students will hear speeches and music from local musicians. It comes amid the cruise ship controversy ahead of Rising Tide's protest. Campaigner Grace Goldman says the group doesn't want to see more economic fallout.
It's inevitable that we need to transition to renewables. Rising Tide is also disappointed that the cruise ships are not coming in. They had no intentions of stopping cruise ships and have made that quite clear, but tourism is so valuable to Newcastle and we want that to continue into the future.
New developments in artificial intelligence are helping Hunter researchers look for a cure for asthma. At a national symposium yesterday, the Hunter Medical Research Institute shared how digital twins of patients are allowing more complex experiments. Researcher Professor Vanessa McDonald says there's been early evidence they can pause the condition in some patients.
Identify how we can achieve that state of clinical remission, not just in that 30% of people with severe asthma, but in all people with asthma. And biologics have been key to that, but also testing these approaches in the research that we're doing at the University and Hunter Medical Research Institute.
2NURFM Sport.
Belmont's Max King will be in Sydney Swans colours next season after being picked up with the 49th pick in last night's AFL draft. The 18-year-old will line up with fellow Cardiff Hawks junior Isaac Heaney, who he says was his favourite player growing up. Heaney was the last Hunter local to be picked in the draft and has gone on to play 224 games for the Swans since. The first round of two-day matches in Newcastle first-grade cricket continues tomorrow, with Uni 1 for 36 chasing West's 345. Hamwicks are 2 for 8 in pursuit of City's 244, while defending champs Wallsend have Stockton 1 for 2 with 228 to win. Belmont are closing in on victory over Toronto, needing just 70 with 7 wickets in hand. And Northern New South Wales football CEO Peter Haynes has signed a contract extension to keep him in the top job until 2029. Haynes says there'll be a focus on improving facilities, particularly building women's change rooms around grounds. That's Sport, I'm Will McGrath.
And the winning numbers in Powerball are 4, 11, 12, 13, 19, 27 and 29, and the Powerball is 20. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.